So it's interesting because whereas the guys had perhaps their best historical season ever, the women struggled. And so on the men's side, it was just a really good season. I felt like we went into the conference race and we took care of business. And I feel like we also, did some really nice things at nationals. And for a group that has traditionally struggled at the national meet, it was nice to see our guys really go after it. And if it hadn't been such a strong year within the NEIA and at the national meet, I feel like our placing in past years would have been a lot higher. Nonetheless, it was our fastest team time that we'd ever ran at the national meet, and so the guys just really coming off of a banner year. Women, as I mentioned, we struggled. I believe we were going for our 5th conference championship in a row, and we lost it. And so that was a tough break. Southwest was hungry. They came out and then just laid it down on us. So Jose is back, and Jose I think is primed for some great things. So and then on the men's side, we've got a lot of return quality, and you've got Drew, you've got Miguel. You've got Duncan. So we've got a lot of pieces coming back that should help us to stay elevated. We're bringing back Sabrina, who came off of a much stronger track season than she did during cross, and we've got Andrea back. Got her shoulder repaired over the summer, and should be feeling better than ever. So we're excited about that. And Peyton's back. So we're returning some talent there and ability for sure. This year we're stripped down a little bit in that my recruiting strategy with the men this year was just to bring in the quality that we needed to replace. And so our men's team is not nearly as big, but in my mind is equally as talented. And in terms of person to person, it's a very talented group. On the women's side, we're completely rebuilt. We brought in 5 freshman women and 1 transfer, brought in a large influx of talent that that was not necessarily there, particularly in that volume last year. So our women's group should be a completely different group in that regard. Red River, it's always a little interesting in that quite frankly I never completely know what to expect from year to year. We lost a real quality program in St. Thomas and their move to the NCAA, but we're gaining back Wiley on the cross-country side of things, whereas they did not compete last year. So it's always kind of a guessing game in the Red River with cross. So, but I anticipate that Southwest is going to be strong. Coach does a phenomenal job with that group over there. I couldn't give her enough credit. And they're always going to come and try to be the top, and so at the end of the day, we're expecting Southwest to do what they do at this point and really press for the top. I would anticipate some good things from Wiley. Very high quality coach was hired over there, and I anticipate that they're gonna try to get it back into the mix of things too, and then you've got Jarvis and Texas College who've made huge strides with their cross programs. So it's something that we can never go into expecting to win just because we're us. Particularly on the women's side, we learned that the hard way last year, perhaps. And so we have to go into it, hungry and make sure that we're the best we can be. And if we're the best that we can be and we show up and we run as well as we can run that day, then I like our chances.